Hi friends, welcome to Sanjo Convent School online classes. Students, in the last class we have discussed some NCERT questions from page number 100. Okay. And today we are continuing the next topic. Next topic is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. You have studied that is in your 7th class or in your lower class you have studied uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion, students? A motion in which equal distance is covered in equal interval of time is called a uniform motion. When an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then the motion you can call as a uniform motion. And second one, if an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called non-uniform motion. See students, I will explain this one by using one example. One car is moving. So first 1 hour it is covered 40 kilometer. Okay. Then second 1 hour it is covered. That means second 1 hour it is covered 60 kilometer. So this is first 1 hour, this is second 1 hour, then third 1 hour we are taking there, this is covered only 35 kilometer. Then fourth 1 hour we are taking, students, this fourth 1 hour it is covered 50 kilometer. So what is happening here? One car is moving and we are checking the distance covered in each 1 hour. First 1 hour it is covered 40 kilometer, second 1 hour it is covered 60 kilometer, third 1 hour it is covered 35 kilometer, fourth 1 hour it is covered 50 kilometer. This is a non-uniform motion. Why? Unequal distances are covered in equal interval of time. Equal interval of time means I have taken 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. This is my equal interval of time. But in that equal interval of time, this car is covered unequal distances. First 1 hour 40 kilometer, second 1 hour 60 kilometer, third 1 hour 35 kilometer, fourth 1 hour 50 kilometer. Such kind of motions we can call as a non-uniform motion. Then what is uniform motion? For example, students, this is car A and the car B is covered in first 1 hour it is covered 30 kilometer, second 1 hour also 30 kilometer, fourth 1 hour 30 kilometer, fifth 1 hour or fourth 1 hour, third 1 hour that is 30 kilometer, fourth 1 hour that is also 30 kilometer. So the car B is covered equal distances in equal interval of time. That means 30 kilometer, 30 kilometer, 30 kilometer, 30 kilometer. In all 1 hour it is covered 30 kilometer itself. So the motion of the car B we can take as the uniform motion. So what is uniform motion? If an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then the motion is called as a uniform motion. If an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called non-uniform motion. I will write the definitions here. If an object, first uniform motion. Uniform motion. Uniform motion. If an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then if an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called then the motion car in a straight road. It means there is a straight road for a long kilometer, that is straight only. There is no gutter, there is no crowds on road, there is no traffic jam. So one open path they got, so that the car is moving with a high speed, that means 60 kilometer per hour, and 4 or 5 hours it is continuing that journey. So that motion will be a uniform motion. In all 1 hour the car was covering the is covering the 60 kilometer. So that motion you can consider as a uniform motion. So the car moving in a straight road. Example, a car moving on a straight road with a constant speed. Okay, then that motion will be a uniform motion. Now, non-uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? I'll explain this one. Non-uniform motion, I told you, these are the motion where unequal distances will be covered in equal interval of time. So if an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called non-uniform motion. So I write here, if an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then motion is called non-uniform motion. If an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called non-uniform motion. What will be the example? Example, you can take the motion of a car with variable speed. So here you have to take the constant speed, and here you have to take the variable speed. So uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion? A motion in which the object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called a uniform motion. If an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then the motion is called a non-uniform motion. One simple definition also you can give here, that is right in this side. This is one definition. Or otherwise, simply you can say, what is uniform motion? The motion with constant speed is called uniform motion. Okay. Or non-uniform motion, the motion with variable speed is called non-uniform motion. The motion with the variable speed is non-uniform motion. So you can study these definitions also. So you study this definition. After that you remember this also in the exam. If you are not remembering these required definitions, you can write these small definitions. The motion with the constant speed is called uniform motion. The motion with variable speed is called non-uniform motion. So this is about the uniform and the non-uniform motion. Next topic is, students, measuring the rate of motion. 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 What do you mean by this rate? Rate means, see students, rate means we have to divide by the time. Okay. Rate of something, for example, rate of airflow. So what you are doing is, we are giving a particular time interval. In that time interval, how much air is flow or how much airflow is occur, we will calculate that one. So rate, R-A-T, rate, it means we have to divide by the time. You remember that, see, a lot of situations will come in the physics, there you will be using the, or you are calculating the rate. Okay, here we are going to calculate the measuring the rate of motion. Measuring the rate of motion, or otherwise this is the speed. What is speed? Rate of motion, that is the speed. Okay, see students, what is the need of calculating the speed? Speed, we are calculating to understand which is moving fast and which is moving slow. For example, suppose lot of objects are moving in one direction. These all are the object A, object B, object C, object D. These all are moving in this direction. You are observing from here. We are observing from here. These objects are moving in this direction. We are observing. So suppose these all are moving in this direction, we are able to say which is moving fast. Which is moving fast, you can say, because these all are moving in one direction. So one is going, one is reached here and another one is here. This is here and this one is here. So by observing this, you can say this is moving fast. This is, you can do if all objects or all vehicles are moving in one direction. Suppose a lot of vehicles or a lot of moving objects are there which are moving in different directions. For example, we are standing on a side of a road, and through the road there are different vehicles are passing. Vehicles are passing in both directions, forward direction and this forward direction and backward direction. Both sides vehicles are moving. So there, or otherwise your left side and your right side, in both sides vehicles are moving. So in that case, which is moving fast? It is very difficult to calculate. Or otherwise, one playground is there. So this is one of the playground. So a lot of students are standing here, and these students are running in different directions. This is running in this direction, this is going in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, in this direction. One is going any other, this kind of direction, or otherwise this direction. In different directions students are running. You have to say who is running fast. It is difficult. Simple observation cannot help you. There, that simple observation is not enough to say the who is fast or who is slow. If all are traveling or all are running in same direction, then we can say. But if vehicles are moving or objects are moving in different directions, then we are not able to say who is moving fast. In such cases, we have to calculate the speed. How we will calculate the speed? Speed we can simply calculate. Speed is nothing, students. We have studied in the 7th class that one. What is speed? Speed is the distance divided by time. Remembering the distance? What is distance? Distance is the total path length covered by an object during a motion. So the path length we are calling as the distance, and that distance divided by time we are calling as the speed. So I write the definition here. Speed. What is speed? Speed is the distance covered by an object in a unit time. It means speed equal to distance divided by time. Speed equal to distance divided by time. Speed equal to distance divided by time. What is the SI unit of the speed? The SI unit of speed is meter per second. It means distance is measured in the meter divided by time is in second. So this will be meter per second. This you can write, students, m s to the power minus 1. Because we have studied if 1 is in denominator, this you can carry to the numerator. What will be the change? M s to the power minus 1. Okay, we have studied the chapter exponents in the 8th class. Yes, now there we have studied some rules. So there one of the rule is when we are carrying the denominator to numerator, the power will be turned to the negative. Okay, so this will be m s to the power minus 1. Okay, so that is the SI unit. Now this is speed and SI unit of the speed. What is speed? Speed is the distance covered in a unit time, and speed equal to distance divided by time. Now see, students, practically when we are calculating this speed, for example, one example I will tell you. Suppose we are traveling from the Gondipri to Nagpur. It's a 4-hour journey, and we are traveling in a car. Our car have the different speed. It means you are starting from the Gondipri and then your speed is only 10 km per hour. After that you are rising your speed, then your speed increased into 50 km per hour. After that you got a very straight road, so that your speed is 60 km per hour. Now when you are reaching to the Balarsa town, there will be lot of traffic blocks and all, or otherwise there will be any other problems, so that you update the brake and you reduced your car speed, and in that city your speed is only 15 km per hour. Now you covered that city and you are entering to the highway to the Chandrapur, so there you pick up your speed, and your speed now it is 70 km per hour. For some time you are running in that speed. After that you are reaching to the Chandrapur city, then once again you reduce your speed. So in this way you are decreasing your speed, and finally you are reaching to the Nagpur. There someone is asking to you, what was your speed, or what is your speed when you are coming from the Gondipri to Nagpur? What you will say? Which speed you can say? Because throughout our motion there are different speed. There are the speed of the 60 km per hour, 15 km per hour, 50 km per hour, 60 km per hour, 70 km per hour. This kind of different speed is occurred in our total motion. So in such kind of cases, we are introducing a new quantity, that is the average speed. Average speed. What is average speed? Average speed. Average speed. Average speed means nothing. Average speed is the total distance divided by total time. What you want to do is, you have to take the total distance covered and total how much time you have taken. Then you have to divide that one, then that will be giving the average speed. So average speed average speed is the ratio of total distance covered and total time taken. So average distance is the ratio of total distance covered and the total time taken. So average speed equal to total distance divided by total time. So this is very important quantity, students. Practically the average speed only we are calculating, because we know we are in a motion, we will not get the constant speed, or we cannot move a long distance with the same speed. Sometimes you want to reduce the speed, sometimes you want to increase the speed. So there will be a variable speed. If you are having a variable speed, what will be average speed you want to calculate? Average speed equal to total distance divided by total time. Okay. Now this is by using the letters we are representing the speed like this. Speed equal to s divided by t, where s is the distance and t is the time. Okay, s divided by t. Now there is one example question is given, students, that is example 8.1. You write this one. Example 8.1. An object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? An object travels. This is the example 8.1. Consider the example 8.1. An object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? What is the average speed of the object? This is now to calculate. So two cases. One is an object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed? Okay. So distance covered is equal to 16 meter time taken. First case, time taken 4 seconds. Then distance covered is equal to 16 meter. Time taken is equal to 2 seconds. So average speed, we know that average speed equal to total distance divided by total time. Okay, total distance divided by total time. Now we are applying total distance means 16 plus 16 and total time means 4 plus 2. So this will be 32 divided by 6. Now this you have to divide. So this will be, we can cancel. So 32 divided by 6. So this will be 3 into 6. 1 into 2. 6 times Okay. Now 16 divided by 3. How much it will be? 5 into 3, 15. And 1 is 4, 0. 3 into 3, 5. So 5.3. So this speed will be, average speed will be equal to, average speed equal to 5.3 meter per second. 5.3 meter per second, that is the required average speed coming in the here. So that is the example, NCERT example 8.1. So there they are asked to calculate the average speed. We calculated the average speed, which is came as the 5.3 meter per second. Okay, students, complete this solution. Now the next topic, students, that is speed with direction. Speed with direction. Speed with direction. Speed with direction, or otherwise this quantity we are calling as the velocity. Velocity. Speed with direction or velocity. See, students, we have studied the speed. Speed is the distance covered in a unit time. Suppose this distance covered in a unit time, it is happening in a particular direction, then it will be called as the velocity. Velocity is a speed. What is velocity? You can say velocity is a speed with direction. Velocity is what? Velocity is a speed with direction. So suppose we are, for example, students, light. Light, you want to use the velocity of light, because we know light is traveling in a straight line. There one direction is there. Car is moving in any direction. Okay. But see, in the case of the light, we studied light is traveling in a straight path or straight line. So that in the case of the light, you have to use the velocity of light, not speed of the light, but you will use velocity of the light. So velocity is nothing. Velocity is a speed with a particular direction. So we will define that word, velocity. Velocity is the speed with direction. Velocity is the speed with the direction. SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Okay. One more thing, students. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Remember, in the case of the speed, we have written distance divided by time. Here what you are writing? Velocity is the displacement divided by time. Velocity is the displacement divided by time, and unit will be same. There also meter per second, and here also meter per second. Now, average velocity. So average velocity will be equal to total displacement divided by total time. Total displacement divided by total time. This is the average velocity. So once again, students, velocity is a speed with a direction. SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Velocity, mathematically it will be displacement divided by time. Now average velocity you can calculate by taking the total displacement divided by total time. average velocity. See, average velocity for a uniform motion. For uniform motion. Very important, students. We have studied two types of motion, uniform and non-uniform. So if non-uniform motion, then average velocity will be calculating total displacement divided by total time. If that is a uniform motion, then average velocity will be equal to average velocity is equal to, write here, students, this is not clear to you. Here average velocity is equal to average velocity is equal to u plus v divided by t. See, u plus v divided by 2. U plus v, where u is the initial velocity, v is the final velocity. Very important term, students. V average, VAVG, in short form I am writing VAVG equal to u plus v divided by 2. This is, you can use in the case of uniform motion, where u is initial velocity, initial starting velocity. Initial means starting velocity. Initial velocity. V is final velocity. V is final velocity. So u is initial velocity, v is final velocity, and we are taking the u plus v divided by 2. So this is giving the average velocity if motion is uniform. If motion is non-uniform motion, then average will be equal to total displacement divided by total time. Okay. So we have studied about the velocity. Velocity is the speed with the direction. SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Velocity is the displacement divided by time. Okay. So this velocity will be equal to displacement divided by time. So this you can write vector s divided by time like this. Okay. Average velocity is the total displacement divided by total time. Average velocity for a uniform motion, V average velocity will be equal to u plus v divided by 2. V average will be equal to u plus v divided by 2, where u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity. Okay. Now one more thing, students, that now we have to differentiate velocity and speed. That is also we will do today. So for that one, differentiate between velocity and speed. That question you can write. Differentiate between velocity and speed. Differentiate between velocity and speed. So there, point number 1, velocity, speed, and here I am taking velocity. Okay. So we call it like this. Number 1, first point. Speed is the distance covered in unit time. Here what you write? Velocity is the displacement covered in a unit time. Okay. Second one, speed is a scalar quantity. What is Speed is a scalar quantity. In the last class I told you, scalar quantity and the vector quantity. Those quantities which have only unit and magnitude is scalar. Those quantities which have unit, magnitude and direction, that will be a vector quantity. So speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Okay, velocity is a vector quantity. Now number third, in a motion, speed never be 0 or negative. In a motion, speed never be negative or 0, but here in a motion, velocity may be 0 or negative. Okay, velocity may be 0 or negative. And last one more point, students. For the case you write speed v is equal to, you can write this is s divided by t. But here when we are writing this velocity, then v is equal to vector s. What arrow mark you want to do like this? So this will be like this. And both have the same unit, that is meter per second. But this is distance divided by time, and that is displacement divided by time. Okay, so this is all about the speed and velocity. Speed and velocity. Speed is the distance divided by time, and velocity is the speed with the direction. So go through this all points, students. You complete this all notes and study it well. If you have any doubt, you clear the doubt. You can ask the doubt, or otherwise when you are coming to the school, you clear the doubt. So you complete this all the things in your notebook. I am not going to repeat the same thing in your class. So this all the things you have to complete in your notebook and study it well. If you have any doubt, that doubts I will clear to you. Okay, students, thank you.